A fairly common way you'll find out about specific applications on Facebook is by receiving application requests from your friends. This happens when your friends are using an app on Facebook and they think that you'd enjoy the app too. Notice what was previously labeled apps in my left sidebar is now labeled app requests, and I see a number here. That indicates that I've received requests from friends to install and use apps that they themselves are using. And by clicking this, I can see that Jade and Zach have sent me requests to use the Magic Fortune Cookie app and the Sketch Me app. Now, I can click the X button if I'm not interested in an app, or I can click Accept. If I click Accept, I see this request for permission message. This is the first step to installing an app into your Facebook account. We'll look at the actual installation process in an upcoming movie, but I just wanted you to be aware that when you see this request for permission message, it means an application is trying to install itself. Now, if you want to read more about what this app is before you install it, you can click the app's name. And here we can see the app's Facebook page where I can check out its info, and its wall, and its reviews. I'm just going to close that for now. Now, if I click Leave App, that's basically saying to ignore this request, and I won't see the request in my apps area again. So if I go back to apps, you can see I just have the one request now. Now, that's sort of like ignoring a friend request. I'm essentially rejecting this request, but Zach won't get any kind of message saying I ignored it. Now, if you're getting repeated requests from certain friends to install apps that you don't want to install, you don't have to constantly click the ignore button. Let's say I'm always getting requests from Jade to install things like this Magic Fortune Cookie app or a horoscope app or whatever app it is she's playing with at the time. And I found that, I'm usually not interested in the apps that she wants me to install. So I'm going to click the X next to the request here. I have the option here to block the app itself, in this case block Magic Fortune Cookie, which will prevent others from requesting that I add it, as well as prevent me from seeing anything related to this app in my newsfeed. So if I have other friends who use this app, I won't see their activity with it if I choose to block it. Or if the real source of the problem is that Jade is always asking me to install all kinds of apps I'll never use, I can choose to ignore all requests from her. And you can see that what this means is that I won't see any app invites from Jade that she sends me in the future. I'll say OK. Tells me that all app invites from Jade will be ignored, but I can undo this in the privacy setting page. So if I wanted to click that, I could go right there, or I could click OK to leave things the way I set them. But if I do decide later that I no longer want to block an app or a friend's requests, maybe an app that I blocked has become really popular and useful and I want to get in on the fun, I can just go to Account, Privacy Settings, and here under Block Lists, I can click Edit Your Lists. So this is where you'll find the apps and the app invites you've blocked. You can see here under Block App Invites, there's Jade. I can select Unblock to unblock her. I can also come here when I want to block somebody in general. I don't have to go to the apps section. So if there was another friend that I wanted to block, I could just start typing his or her name, select that name, and that person is instantly blocked. I'm just going to go ahead and unblock Zach. And again, if you've actually blocked apps, you'll see a section in here that will list all the apps you've blocked, and then you can unblock them there as well. All right, so that's how to manage and deal with app requests from your friends.